Y'all almost had a heart attack. I was excited to look at this Wemby one. And I said, okay, here's the Wemby one. And it says an hour and 42 minutes or 43 minutes. I was like, oh my God. I got to sit here for an hour and 43 minutes. Wemby talked for an hour and 43 minutes. Good God. The patience he learned from being a monk has just gone way too far. I was like, come on. No. That's the entire media day. It's not the, yeah. I was like, what? 20 minutes? All right, guys. Buckle up. Buckle up, Buttercup. Is that how they say it?
Hey, go ahead.
I want to point something out. Hold on. Why the Spurs thumbnails look like mine's all of a sudden? Just a little bit. Why they got the little box? They ain't never did that before. What they trying to do? What you trying to do? I'm kinda irritated I've never been acknowledged by the Spurs, okay? We run this YouTube stuff. This is our house. Okay.
Hey, good. How are you?
Great. Did you do anything interesting this summer?
What a great question. All right, we can slow it down because Wemby's cool.
Yeah. I did a lot of interesting things, and you didn't see all of them, but you saw more than I like.
What was your favorite?
Oh, wow. You saw more than I'd like. Wow.
My favorite was probably, going to NASA and checking.
Some of it is French. Oh, okay. Well, we won't be watching that portion. The last 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, all the stuff I'm passionate about from the inside.
What training with the monks? What did you learn or take from that?
So training with the monks was an incredible experience. First of all, the culture shock of just being in China, even before reaching the temple at all. It's
Hold on, guys.
Over there.
Hold on, guys. Guys, give me a second. How far back we gotta go? Hold on. You guys gotta be patient with me. I'm trying to see something. Let it run. See, 8 months. Oh crap. I want to see something real quick. If we go to Wembanyama, All-Star.
Première ligne, Christophe, s'il vous plaît. Troisième après.
Jeez. Wemby looks more defined. People bring up, like, has he gotten stronger? He looks more defined. And this is only 8 months ago. If we did a comparison between him and, like, rookie year, it would be insane. But, yeah, he definitely looks more defined.
It's so interesting, and
That was a lot. I know that was a long just to get to that, but I had to see.
and very surprising. I really loved it. And training with the monks itself in the temple, incredible experience.
Pretty big
very much out
difference,
of
I
my
think.
comfort zone. It was my intent from the start, but that's probably as far a physical activity as I'm used to doing. So it really paid off in terms of training, and as a life experience, it's as a curious person, it's just great.
What made it outside your comfort zone?
Oh, I mean, because it's movements. In terms of pure training, I mean, it's movements that I or NBA players, in general, we're not used to do. It's so first of all, it's like physical activity, which is not a team sport, and like kicks. I mean, I don't know if I had ever thrown a kick seriously before, and all this kind of stuff.
They're not moves you can use on the court,
I can't. I mean, I can, but just once.
Okay. That was actually the funniest thing Wemby has ever said. That was actually good.
Victor, on one hand,
That was clever.
coming off this possibly like traumatic experience of possibly losing your career, to seeing the world and doing these things with monks and going to NASA, how are you able to compartmentalize those two different feelings, and how would you describe just your mental state
Guys, he's
through
built.
all of this from last February?
Wemby's like seriously built.
So just so I
And
understand.
this isn't like after a game, right? Like where the blood is pumping. I don't think this is after a workout. This is just after like taking some pictures, I think, right? Or is this after? This isn't after a workout, because they wouldn't wear these jerseys to work out or anything. This is just after taking some pictures, right? Yeah, he's definitely stronger. Like you can see it. It doesn't always show up, right? But like this is very obvious.
Please explain compartmentalize.
The basketball side of it and the seeing the world side of it.
Oh, so the traumatic experience you talked about is very much linked to all the stuff I've done this summer. There's this will obviously to come back and rehab and
Wemby's
be
built,
better even
bro.
to become even better than before. But there's also a big feeling that life isn't forever, and there are some experiences we're gonna miss on. It's inevitable, but I'm gonna miss on the least of them that I can. I want to experience the most, and this is something that I wanted to do. And I'm not, just because I'm in the NBA, I'm not gonna keep myself from doing it. I want to experience those things.
Just to be clear, I'm understanding you. Did the health scare sort of prompt you to want to do more of that stuff?
Yeah, for sure. To want to do more of this stuff and to not keep myself from doing stuff. And this works for every fields of life. From being a public person to being a professional athlete. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna do the things I want to do as a human.
It sounds like it's been kind of a profound experience for you to reevaluate things.
The temple or the thrombosis?
Oh,
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's life changing. Spending so much time in hospital.
In college, I would lift a little on media day to look bigger, but he clearly been at the gym. Oh well. Yeah. No, I think it's not just this either. Like I'm going off of other images we've just had of Wemby just out. It's like he's gotten bigger.
I was around doctors and hearing more bad news than I wish I heard. Of course it's as you said, it's traumatic, but in the long run I think it's going to be very beneficial, because even though I don't wish it on nobody, it makes you understand lessons that nothing else could have made you understand.
Hey Victor, Victor back here. You look much stronger, I think, than the last time we saw you. Your biceps are popping a little bit more. Just how much? There, yeah, that's you got the camera. Like,
See, I'm not crazy. See,
is it up? How much muscle exactly do you think you've added since the last time?
well, the reporter just took it too far. He's like, but take your shirt off, Vic. Let's take a look. No, what if Vic just took it too far, like Primo level? Like, why did I say that?
The court, and what did your workout regimen look like this summer?
Why did I say that?
So I did a lot, of pure mass first of all, but you should ask the medical staff that are like all the scans and stuff. But of course I've added muscle mass. And my training this summer, I mean, it was brutal. It's been months. The first part of it was
I'm
first,
ashamed of
coming back
myself.
and rehabbing and getting my abilities back. And after that, it was just so much developing, And I've spent, I can assure you, nobody has trained like I did this summer. And this is my best summer so far. Like I can tell the progress is just incredible.
Guys, I know I got some heat for this, okay? And I did not, let me preface it. I did not want it to go down the way that it went down. But what I said before was that I was really hoping that Wembanyama would miss out on Eurobasket just so he can really focus in on conditioning and getting stronger and just lock in for this upcoming season. Because I didn't feel like he had a real off season since coming to San Antonio. Just saying.
I feel better. I look stronger, and the scale says I'm heavier. So everything is a green light.
How do you think that's going to impact the game being a lot stronger?
Oh, I mean, it's impacted
He
already.
looks-
I've seen it
he
in
looks so
the runs
big.
I've done this summer, or even here in San Antonio. I'm so much more under control, and my conditioning has gotten so much better. But that comes at a price, you know. And what I've done this summer, it's world class. I mean, even in the field of professional sports, I don't think many people have trained the way we've trained this summer.
Are you eating a lot more? Has your diet changed in any way?
I'm still eating a lot, but you know, obviously I don't think I'll be obese anytime soon. But I've been eating a lot, but eating a lot has been a focus for years. So it's progressively.
He's huge, y'all.
Vic,
I know it's weird to keep pointing that out, but like I think that is, look, he's an athlete. Like I think that is this is with the previous seasons when we took these interviews or looked at him, I would be like, oh yeah, he's gotten bigger, right? Like he's gotten stronger. Like, oh yeah, he looks great. But I always said that I felt like people sometimes over exaggerate just a little bit. This is not an over exaggerate. Like he's bigger. Like it's very obvious. He looks very strong.
Like you need to play a little more in the preseason, or is it just going to be like it has been the last couple of years?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do you, given the time off,
Oh, yeah.
do you feel like you should play more in the
So
You think the reporter flinched? Is Wemby like Debo now? You think the reporter flinched like when he said, "What you say?" He's like, "Ugh."
given the time off, do you feel like you need to play a little more in the preseason, or is it just going to be like it has been the last couple of years?
sorry, can you repeat?
Do you,
Oh,
given the time off,
oh, yeah.
do you feel
Sorry.
like you should play more in the
So I feel like I need to play basketball now. Obviously, I played basketball.
I freaked
almost all
out.
Summer, but
He scared me.
I've done
I went to the
so,
wrong
like,
tab.
On my body, there's only so many steps that I'm gonna pass this summer. Like, I'm only gonna get so much better. I think I've maxed out what I could do in one summer, and now I need to play basketball, and work on my skills and as a team, tactically. So yeah, I want to play, and I need to. I mean, I miss it.
Jeremy and Stephon both mentioned use the word scary to describe the team's defensive potential. Do you think that has the potential to be the identity of this team, a really good defensive?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, my goal is to set standards. We've started to set them in the gym, but from the first game of the season, even in preseason, this is a non-negotiable. It's not something. It's not something you can't do if you want to be a part of our team. And we're gonna hold each other accountable. We know the coach is gonna hold us accountable, and it doesn't matter your status. It's defense is non-negotiable.
Keldon's shaking in his boots right now. Keldon's looking like that Jordan Peele meme. You know what I'm talking about? He's just trenched in sweat.
Anticipate being. I know you were cleared by the team in the league. You anticipate being ready for opening night?
Yeah, of course. I mean, just being in the arena with fans is gonna. I anticipate it, and I'm so excited. I miss it so much.
Victor, you mentioned that being at NASA was your favorite part of the summer. Just going back to NASA really quickly, there's so many facets of NASA, whether it's space exploration, planetary science. What was your favorite aspect of going to visit NASA?
My favorite aspect, so there was a few, but meeting astronauts that either have been to space or are going to, and legends amongst them. I also went to Axiom, the spacesuit company. I met Peggy Whitson, which has the highest time spent in space by an American, and many other great people. But so that was one.
The universe is incredible. I can't even comprehend the possibility of there not being a beginning. Like it's just infinite. It's just always been. That's scary. That's crazy.
My favorite aspects, and the other one was probably just like a kid, seeing the machines and the aircrafts, everything that's a replica of what's actually in space or going to space. That was incredible.
One of the reasons why kids love outer space is because NASA kind of has that mindset that you can do anything beyond expectations of what people believe. How do you apply that with the NBA?
I can definitely see a parallel for sure. It's an interesting thought. Yeah.
I think we hear a lot. We hear a lot about you as the alien, right? What did you learn about yourself as a human being this summer?
I learned a lot more than I could tell in just one interview. But as I said, learned many lessons and things that I've
He's
done.
huge. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you guys want me to say. We've seen like every Wembanyama interview, and I'm saying this is a dramatic difference. His head looks smaller. His head looks smaller because his body's bigger. You can even see his neck. Like Debo, bro. He's about to take my chain and my bike.
I'm never gonna
And all of our girls.
forget because they're marked in my body. And as I said, I'm at the end of the day, I'm grateful of what I learned, and I'm grateful that I'm passing the steps, in my life, in my career and as a person.
Vic, over here. Have you had to change any of your routine since the thoracic outlet thrombosis with your right shoulder? Was there any causation there of something that you were doing that you had to change so that there's not re-injury?
So I don't know where you heard that it's a thoracic outlet thrombosis, but it was definitely a DVT. But I have new.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what people. Wait a minute.
DVT. So I don't know where you heard that it's a thoracic outlet thrombosis, but it was definitely a DVT. But I have new routines for sure.
Wasn't that Spurs reporter that said that? Or maybe he got it from somewhere else.
And done a lot of job of rehab. But it's I've changed routines, especially in terms of, it's not really related to this. It's the way I want it to work. For example, just one example, I've done much more conditioning in game-like situations. Before, I might have focused more on, being able to spend more time in the court, maybe do conditioning in the bike or in the pool. And this summer I chose to do something much more violent, which is conditioning on the court, game-like situations. And maybe that takes away from some time I can spend shooting the basketball, but it doesn't matter. I wanted to get my body right.
Vic, how was being part of? Oh, here, right. How was it
It
being
must be a
part
very big room.
of the fan section tryouts, and how excited are you about your idea coming to full form?
That was so interesting. It was really fun, and what we took away from this is I'm very hopeful. I've met with the group of we've selected the most how do you say, like, dedicated of them, and we have a real organization now and it's since a few days it's not my project anymore. They've got it in their hands, and it's going to grow to something great.
Vic, when you look at the additions this offseason and then the continued growth of your nucleus, do you look at this year as the opportunity to take that next step?
So just really quick, I just want to throw this out there because there's been like some weird like xenophobia over around the NBA for like some time now. Do you guys think that the mainstream media is going to avoid ever giving Wembanyama the greatest of all time title? Just out of curiosity, because they've done this with other players, but like I feel like Wembanyama would be the most obvious. If there were to be a player that ended up being greater than Jordan, he would be the most obvious. Do you think that they'll like purposefully not give him that? Probably, but it won't faze me. I mean, it won't faze us, but like people have to go out of their way to say Michael Jordan isn't the greatest, right? Like, or they just don't know anything about Jordan. I don't know, but like Wemby, I just don't see how you can. It'll be so obvious, right? Like when he's just because we've seen games, even his rookie season, where he was just unstoppable. There's nothing you can do on both ends. There's nothing you can do. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case. I hope they stop with the weirdness they've been doing with like foreign players. Because yeah, I mean, the truth is, the NBA is an international league. A lot of players come over, and I mean, the greatest player, actually, the top 3 greatest players in the NBA right now aren't even American, or weren't born in America. What SGA's Canadian, right? And then Jokic, Giannis. Yeah,
chance for the team to get back into
Luka.
the playoffs?
Of course, yeah, it's the goal. And
But Jokic doesn't get any credit. Yep.
yeah, of course, yeah. Unfortunately, I wish it was already last season, but I realize more and more that there are some things that no matter how hard you try, you know, it takes time and it takes maturity.
Well, two of the additions from the offseason were Kelly Olynyk and Luke Kornet, two big men. What do you make of them, and how might they make your life easier and the team's life easier?
I mean, you know, veterans, they know the league really well, and it's, you know, they will have an important role for us for sure. I haven't gotten to play with Kelly yet, but Luke has been great here in the gym. Playing with and against him has been really interesting, and I know for sure both of them are gonna help us really much.
Does it give you a little bit of maybe optimism that you guys can keep up the rim defense, you know, on the floor?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I mean, with Luke, it's not even optimism; it's necessity. You know, it's our combination of both of us, but also whether he's on the court or not, or I'm on the court or not, we will need to have some of the best rim protection in the league for sure, the best.
Having been cleared by both the team and the league, is there any lingering concern at all that this could recur, or what's kind of your long-term
This
prognosis?
be another tough
No.
season for the Spurs. Spurs are gonna kill this season. We have so much. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Wemby. I left you on this pause screen. Hold on.
Not at all.
There you go, my boy. Yeah, no, this season's gonna be great. Like even if like it starts off and certain players like can't play, we have so much depth till I don't know. We're just so much better. Wemby being better. The biggest thing about this season is Luke Kornet coming off this bench, I think. Right? Like that's the biggest thing. Because even when we had less talent, the bigger issue that we had was when Wemby sat, everything stopped. Like we're either just holding on for dear life to keep a lead, or you know the other team is just coming back instantly. So that's not the biggest thing. So as long as Luke Kornet's okay, we'll be okay. So even if our offense isn't popping off yet, you know we'll be fine.
It's so medically there's no concern at all, and how to say, like as my own personal worry.
I don't know if shooting is still an issue, right? Like if you look at De'Aaron Fox, you know, before his injury, he was shooting very well from behind the arc. We know for a fact that Sohan has been relentless in trying to, you know, work on that aspect of the game. His shot looks significantly better. I would say Castles look about the same, but we'll see. We know that Keldon's been working on that quite a bit, but like, I mean, we can have shooters, right? You have Chimpini, you have Devin Vassell, who his role should be, you know, dumbed down a little bit. You have Harrison Barnes. We know Wemby can shoot. I mean, we got shooters. I think we're fine. You know, I don't think shooting will be a huge issue.
I'm way past that.
Even Dylan Harper's a good shooter off ball.
Since I've been feeling confident, as much in the movement as in the way my body works, you know, my physiology.
Hey Vic, we've seen you rocking Nike B's featuring your hand-drawn alien tongue alongside the basketball alien logo Nike's been using in promos. Can you clarify which is actually your logo, and how does it feel seeing fans already excited for a potential Nike potential signature shoe?
So I don't have
There's a one with this tongue in?
a logo or a signature shirt yet. So simple as that.
Signature logo at all, like that?
No.
Those of us who've gone to Japan, go to China, you get this kind of perspective shift. And I'm wondering, as you spend your time...
Man, for real. He said you go to Japan or China. Well, I've never been to China, but like Japan, total different mindset when you're there. I keep saying this all the time just because I'm geeked about it, but I'm moving to Japan next year. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. I already met some friends that live there.
Where you see how every day can be a little bit different, how we do things here. How did that shape the way you did your everyday practice when you came back here, and what lessons from that are you taking to how you even see your role as a basketball player?
It definitely expands, you know, my, you know, of course, the vision of the world and makes you understand people better. But I don't know if I could tell you a specific phrase or lesson that I get from this, but you know, it's interesting experiences that make you grow as a person in general.
It's kind of like what we said with the Mitch Johnson interview. It's kind of like you get so much information from different areas, it just kind of creates its own thing, right? Like you've seen people that are extraordinarily smart, or philosophers, or psychologists, or doctors, or whatnot, and they have like all these books behind them, and then you're like, do they remember every single thing that's in this book? No, right? Even if they read all of those books, they don't remember every single thing, but some things come up often, right? Or certain themes come up often in what you read, and it's just all these different puzzle pieces that create one big, puzzle on how to view things. Maybe Doctor was a bad example, but just like overall, like just readers, I don't know, or even just any art you indulge in, right? Like I've seen a plethora of movies, and I can't tell you specifically which one shaped some of my views on certain topics. Like I can't, but I can promise you that art had some type of impact on me, right? And I think it's the same thing with Wemby, where it's like people are looking for like this phrase or something to put in the article or put in the title, and there is nothing. There is none. No. All right, that's in French. All right, let's see if there's... Okay, nobody really answering French. Okay, so guys, if you are French and you want to help out us fellow Spurs fans, please feel free to translate anything in the comments below if you want to. You don't have to, but I know some people from France have done that before for us. Some people have done it when they were in the chat, but we don't have to do all that. It's okay. It's all right. Read some of these comments and end it. Not having the rebounding exacerbated the position of the guards, and a lot of the play they were taking bad second looks on offense rather than resetting. That is true. This was Devin's first healthy offseason in the last couple of years. That is true as well. I think he will be more efficient this year. All you have to do is compare the team we started with compared to this year. It's crazy thinking like Trey Jones, Malachi Wesley, like it's wild. LeBron was reading books at one point. I don't know if he finished them, but he was reading. Well, I don't know. Heading to a game in November. Super hyped to see the stacked team. Heck yeah. My parents speak French. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know a lick, guys. Oh, it's all right. A thought ponder in my head was technically Primo was the true beginning of the rebuild. No, it's not technically. He was the true. He was the head of the rebuild. There's no technically. You guys want to know the worst fans in the world? Just go look up how people reacted right when Primo got traded. Or not traded, when he got released. The worst fans in the world were the ones blaming the San Antonio Spurs for getting rid of the kid, right? Like, worst people imaginable. That were just so irritating to deal with. My initial reaction when Primo left, you can go back and watch the live stream. I was just like, what did he do? Like, that was my main question. What did he do? I didn't instantly say like, wow, give him a chance. It's like, dude, they don't just release somebody like that. Like, this had to have been pretty serious, And then when we found out, I definitely was like, yeah, he can't come back. You can't just bring him back like that. But yeah. I think one thing that really bothered me about the Primo thing was people saying stuff like, oh, Joshua Primo should like have another opportunity in the NBA. His future shouldn't be destroyed just because of this. And it's like, hold on. There's so many other guys trying to climb to get into the NBA, and you squander your opportunity with that. I think that he deserves a second chance in life, but that doesn't have to be basketball, right? You can do something else. It doesn't have to be basketball. And if it is basketball, you can do it on a smaller scale, right? But like with his issue and what he had going on, bro, just more power and more like just money and power that comes with being an NBA player. He just would have hurt more people. Like, he can play overseas. Yeah. Learn from it and get a second chance somewhere else. But like, I didn't feel like Primo was like owed a spot in the NBA for a second chance, right? Most of us can't make it to the NBA. Okay? You mess up the opportunity. It is what it is. Like most of us can't make it to the NBA. There's lots of guys that are trying to get in the NBA. Let somebody else have that spot. You know. Now, I understand it's definitely a mental health issue. But he needs some help for it. But you know, it just is what it is. You probably shouldn't be in that position. You know. And you guys know I was crazy about Primo. Unlike Kobe Bryant. To be fair, I mean, there's hypocrisy in the NBA and sports in general as well. If you're talented enough, yeah, they'll always have a spot for you. I mean, it's unfortunate that the NBA is like that, or professional sports in general, like they would sweep things under the rug. But kudos to the Spurs for not doing that. Kudos to them for not doing that. That's true, Em. I did see Primo's flashes before anyone else. I think one thing that does bother me is when people say, like, you are wrong about Joshua Primo. How do you know that? How do you know I was wrong about Primo? The circumstances in which Primo was released. Come on. I understand if it didn't pan out and he ended up like a Lonnie Walker or something, we trade him away. Okay, yeah, I was wrong about Primo, but you can't seriously say that with a straight face. I was wrong. I still believe he would have been really good. You know? I still believe it. You screwed it up. I don't know. Who gonna run the offense, Clan? Jeremy Sohan. You just mean at point guard? I mean, De'Aaron Fox, and then I think it'll be by committee with Steph Castle and Dylan Harper, based on what you need. Yeah, it will be De'Aaron Fox. How do you think his game would have looked next to Wemby? I mean, he's just an overall really good, player. He complimented Wemby quite a bit. In college, he was more of a spot up 3-point shooter, but prior to that, he showed a lot of chops for creating his own shot. So he would have been nasty. He would have been nasty. And nasty's a bad word. You know what I mean. Anyways,